That'd be wonderful.
I'm Colleen Stanich, a detective with the National City Police Department, Sex Crimes and Domestic Violence Unit.
Hi, I'm Detective Charles Stevens with the National City Police Department, also with the Sex Crimes and Domestic Violence Unit.
Domestic violence calls sometimes can be dangerous for officers. So when there is a call made, expect at least 2 officers to be on scene.
When officers arrive, the first priority is to make sure everybody's safe. Also evaluate if there's any injuries that require immediate medical attention. In that case, paramedics will be called. Also, officers will separate the parties involved so we can obtain the most correct and factual information as possible.
Yes, we do work with advocates. Once the scene is secure and we know that we can bring in an outside agency, we do call for an advocate. Sometimes they come from our police department, sometimes they come from the district attorney's office. Once on scene, officers will provide you with a Marcy's Law pamphlet. Within that pamphlet, it's going to give you resources and the rights that you have as a victim. We also work with DVRT. Once officers leave the scene and DVRT assists you, DVRT is going to provide you with the victim's rights and also resources about that.
If the victim has a criminal record, that's not our concern at the time. If a victim is a victim, they're going to be treated like a victim. And as far as what a criminal past might be on their record is not our concern at that time.
When officers are on scene, you're never asked your legal status. That's not our concern. You are a victim at the time.
Even if we learn your legal status at the time, that's not going to be reported to customs or.
When we arrive on scene, if we do learn that there is a different language used in the residence, we will call for that officer to come out. We have multiple officers that speak multiple different languages. If we don't have an officer, what do we do?
We also have different technologies that we can use and language lines, like a telephone, that we can use to communicate with any party involved that is speaking any language.
Once on scene, when we do learn there's children involved, the first thing we do is make sure that they're safe. We do remove the children from the residence to speak with them only at that time. Once we do that, we try to find family members, maybe a trusted neighbor, to have the children go there if and when both parties of the domestic violence issue have to leave the home.
The primary goal with children involved is their safety. So we don't want to make this traumatic event that much more traumatic than it has to be. So we would like to get them involved with their own family, and at the last resort, then contact Child Protective Services, or also known as CPS, to assist us in finding those children a safe place. After a police report is filed, that report will then be forwarded to the Investigations Division, which is us. From there, we'll review the case to see what needs to be done, any type of follow-up, any type of additional interviews, any type of information that we need to collect from a hospital, for example. We'll then put the case together, and that will then be forwarded to the district attorney for review.
Yes, police officers start off in the very beginning of their career learning about domestic violence in the police academy. And then after that, we go to specialized classes.
We also are required by law to attend refresher courses every 2 years, and domestic violence is one of those topics that we refresh.